I am surprised that beating the bosses as Mila took me one try. I usually had the worst luck with Mila because I always end up getting a projectile slipped through me, or the Brevin suit just makes sure that I'm not going to live to see the next fight. But hey, we saved the world once again. Greetings everyone, it's me Gigalem, and if we go to our gallery, we notice that we have 3 remaining cards to get. Cards? I meant achievements. So let us get going with that. So let's start with Time Attack, and well, you'll notice that there is a level called Shenmue Academy. This is a target test simulation that comprises of 18 stages and such that allows you to test your skills with a set amount of health and stuff like that. I'll show it when we I'll show it with Torque when we get to that. But hey, there will probably be outtakes with this one too. This is the last thing we need. But basically, this is just break the target as fast as possible and such. Now, people said that voice, that Ready Go is apparently Carol's voice sped up. Upon looking through the files, no, it's not. It's Dawn. It's Dawn's voice. Like the VLC flare shows a picture of Dawn and even shows the file name of Dawn Bennett. But yeah, some stages will have you have no health. Ah, shoot. And some stages will give you, like, very little health. Now, because your finished state would be invincible, it's possible to end the stage while standing on spikes. Those things will also hurt too. And depending on who you play as, there can be some stages that are much easier as certain characters. Lilac would probably be the easiest to complete, but in terms of other characters, there will be some that that would make it really hard for you to, well, complete. But yeah, this shouldn't take too long. This is gonna be me showing off the target test stages and such, as well as the gallery and one of the updates that were added to the game. Now, I will talk about it when I get to that point. Like, yeah, you saw that how I ended on spikes? Yeah. And there probably would have been one for Spade as well, but I don't think I'd be able to show that off, sadly. Now, in terms of playable Spade, he was playable as early as he was like coded in as early as version version 1.0, that demo, but he wasn't properly finished. And every attempt at trying to make sure they are completely playable ended up breaking the game in certain cases. The coding of the engine couldn't exactly take any more major updates, and as such, it's why the Spade and Torque DLC has been postponed indefinitely. And at the same time, I can understand because I've heard horror stories about how Click Team Fusion isn't exactly the best programming language and stuff like that, and how a lot of developers that have switched from like say Click Team to Game Maker or Click Team to Unity just really doesn't want to go back to it. And I can understand. Like, if you can take full advantage of the engine and stuff like that, good for you, because, I'm not sure how hard it would be to develop on Click Team. I could be wrong. I could be talking out of my, booty, but I'm only going off what I've heard. I don't really want to touch such an engine, and I think that's a good reason why Freedom Planet has not seen any, like, you know, like, full-scale mods to the game, because, well, how else would you mod a Click Team Fusion game without needing Click Team itself? And so it's just like, I don't understand why, you don't want to try to, you don't want to program anything else into into an engine that's very prone to, instability. And of course, there's a good reason why this stage is, as difficult as it is, because, it's done stuff like that. Ugh. Now, you can actually cheese this stage with Carol. I'm not sure if you can cheese this with Mila, but, whatever it is indeed, possible. Like, I'll show you that when we start the Carol thing. Let's just restart. It doesn't really count for, like, deaths or anything. No. But, man, I am having the worst luck with this stage. I only count deaths if it's actually me dying. It's very impossible to die in this stage, so, yeah. Because there are little platforms and given your momentum. There we go. We're almost done with the stages too. Like, we're on the last stretch. These stages kind of work differently in in some of the earlier demos. In fact, the little introduction video that teased this Let's Play and such, I played the 1.1 demo because I might as well show what it was during 2012. I mean, this game was in development for like probably at least 3 or 4 years or something like that. So I guess it would make sense for why it's taking forever for Freedom Planet 2 to come out. It's just whenever Freedom Planet 2 comes out, either like I hope they like take like a break from like Freedom Planet, or at the very least announce something when it's like somewhere in development and show something for it, because yeah. Stage 16, oh boy, Stage 16. You have no HP, and could you imagine try doing this stage as Mila and Carol? Well, you can, and it's not pleasant. This is the easiest with Lilac, which is no surprise because she has the most mobility options and stuff like that. Lilac, Mila and Carol don't, meaning that, well, they're gonna die a lot more times in this stage. So, let's, do this thing. Now, I apologize if this ain't the most, you know, optimized, route through this. If I'm gonna be honest, I keep forgetting these, stages exist, and I've been needing to, like, cover it. So I'm glad I was, reminded as I, finished the game itself as Mila. But, yeah, this stage, I'm not sure if this would be a good, final stage, final, target stage, but hey, we did it. Anyways, let's move on to Carol. So, with Carol, yeah. With Carol, like, you're going to you're gonna have to deal with the fact that you don't have a double jump. So certain stages will be much harder to do with her. And yeah. But like that. Now, like, I might as well talk about some of my earliest memories of Freedom Planet. Like, I initially dismissed this game because, well, it had, like, I thought OCs were not a very welcome thing in the fan gaming and ROM hacking community. They're definitely not really welcome in the ROM hacking community. Then again, it could, like, times could change. And it's why I didn't give this game a proper shot at first. But how I rediscovered this game was through, like, at the time, Rome Mithril was doing a blind run on Mega Man Rock Force, a really good Mega Man fan game that I really need to try. And the one thing I really liked from that fan game was its weapon get music. And the weapon get music was so good I had to look it up. There was a remix of it by Strife, the game's creator. And as such, I was like, hey, I like this guy's remixes. Is there anything else I can listen to on his channel? And then I see that he is the creator of Freedom Planet, and I didn't know that. I saw what Freedom Planet became today, and I'm like, wait a minute. It makes me regret not doing that, not keeping up with it, not funding any sort of Kickstarter or something like that, because I would have liked to have, joined that kind of crowd for it. Like, the game went through many months of testing and delays, changes, and stuff like that. One of the game's testers, I'll keep their name a secret for now, to protect the innocent. Like, this person was really good at finding every single glitch in the game to fix. Like, every time there was a new build out, according to Plum, every time there was a new build out, the next day there would be a page full of glitches. I don't know where that playlist full of bugs leading up to the game's release is. But yeah, there were quite a few testers here and there, and I'm pretty sure there's like a few that still keep tabs on each other because, well, they probably had fond memories supporting this game and stuff like that. And yeah. There were even a few betas when Final Dreadnought was in the game, but I do not have that beta on me. Like, I doubt I can get my hands on this one. Anyways, yeah, this one is difficult. But yeah, like, there's so many glitches that had to be patched out. Like, this game could have been way more buggier. There's even, like, a nasty glitch in the in 1.0 and 1.1 builds of the game. And there were even some, like, builds that, that have yet to surface, probably the pre 1.3 builds where there was supposed to be, like, a signpost that's supposed to be, like, a leaf on a, on a tree that you're supposed to hit, as opposed to, like, the signpost you would see in the Sonic games. And there is surviving footage of that. like, the earliest footage is still out there. I'll probably just link it. I will say that despite the early footage, like, it does not represent this game, the final version of this game in any sort of way. So, yeah. That's what I mean by cheesing it as Carol. But, I can understand if the creator doesn't want to release that particular demo, like, to be safe. Like, I gotta wonder, like, how different things were. I mean, there was a stage called Robot Playground early in production, but that was scrapped. And in some of the, like, unused within some of the like alpha builds of the game, there is like one stage that is being added to Freedom Planet 2 was a stage for Freedom Planet 1 at some point. There was like an achievement, like there were some early achievement graphics that remain unused in some of the alpha demos. One of those stage graphics talks about about an achievement for Phoenix Road, which is going to be a stage in Freedom Planet 2 and such. Like, you've probably seen this stage and yeah. But, you know that wild kick? You want to use it here. Because it's very easy to fall into the spikes as Carol and not grab the ladder. It's very unbelievably easy to do and such. And, which one am I missing? Because I already know about the last one. Crap-a-moly. Oh, it's this one. But, yeah. Like, Jade Creek was originally called Chaos Creek. There was a time limit for Sky Battalion and stuff like that. And of course, everyone knows that initially Thermal Base was the final stage of the game, but that was changed and stuff like that, probably to fit with the story. But yeah. Oh. And there we go. I believe that leaves just one more stage to do with Carol. But, yeah. Of course. Okay, you have to wait. And... there we go. With that said, I'll see you with Mila. So, now let's do this with Mila and stuff like that. Hey. Now, in terms of more of my first-time memories with this game, like, I didn't have a full understanding of everyone's movesets and stuff like that, and couldn't exactly think outside the box for what to do. It took me an hour to beat Jade Creek as Carol for the first time, and that's when I didn't know you could just wall jump or go straight up to the helicopter and try to damage that to speed up the boss fight. And, yeah, 62 minutes on Jade Creek, that's abysmal. Another hilarious memory I had, and that's something I didn't get to bring up with Mila. There was a bug that happened where I beat the boss but also died on my last life. Upon getting up from the game over, the stage immediately ended. I wish I could do that again. Like, if anyone has footage of that glitch in action, please send it to me. I want people to see the amazing result. Like, the boss was completely gone, it was an empty room, and then it just plays the victory theme then and there. like even Mila was like there when like the stage fade to black or something like that. Mila is also what got me over my fear of puppies. Like, I now am always equally excited to meet a dog that I want to pet. Though I do respect service dog wishes and stuff like that. There are so many nice good boys and good girls out there. I mean, I do remember meeting this guy in round one once. There was this one guy who was training the service dog. I don't know if it was a Malamute or a Husky, but it was still training because as soon as I got close, it was like it just wanted to meet me. Like, it stood up and like it's just like sniff, 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 and I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy, I can't pet you. You are a service dog. You're still being trained. I haven't been using my cubes. Ooh, but yeah, it's because of Mila that I enjoy dogs way more, and why I had to hunt down a dog villager when I was first playing Animal Crossing. I was up till 1, and it made my friend spend a lot of Nook Miles. Wait, that's the wrong one. I was up till 1, and it made my friend spend a lot of Nook Miles, because it's just like, I was all set with 8 more Nook Miles, and then the first one of that batch was Benjamin, this good boy that I'm keeping in my village because of course I have to. And yeah, like if I had to island hop again for a new villager, I'm probably gonna hunt down for a cat, Marshall or Bob or Raymond. Yes, Raymond. But yeah. But yeah. But there are some other villagers I would have enjoyed if I didn't get Marshall. If I got like Cookie or someone like that, or any other wolf. I do have a wolf. A friend helped me get Adi, and of course I wanted Adi and stuff like that. So I have both a domestic Awu and a wild Awu in my village. And I thank my friends for that. I mean, my persona is a Samoyed. A smiling Samoyed with biscuit fur color. And Samoyeds are known as like happy dogs, happy floof clouds that smile, howl, and just bark. They're always so good-natured and stuff like that. It's something I wish I could have, but but for now I just have cats. Like one temporary cat until like the cat's able to until like some friends of mine are able to, well, friends of my brothers are able to take the cat back in and stuff like that. And she's a really beautiful cat. But yeah. Like, now, you guys already know that I have a physical copy of Freedom Planet for Switch. This was the limited run release, and if anyone wonders, yes, I'm going to try to get my hands on a physical copy of the limited run release of Shantae, the GBA reproduction carts, because, well, might as well do so, because an opportunity like that is not going to come often, so there we go. But, I mean, I'm still waiting for, like, another limited run game for me to take advantage of that is within my interest, because I mean, I'm willing to try out Bug Fables because, and if there's not going to be another 1,000-year door, you might as well make, spiritual successors, unless we live in a time where we have another 1,000-year door actually come out because of a change of directors and stuff like that. Come on. Come on, Mila. Come on, Mila. Ish. There we go. It's always tough getting around those tight corners. Anyway. There we go. Like, just jumping over trying to attack these with Mila is awkward because you have no health. And because of that, well, it makes this stage a whole lot harder. There we go. And I think we should be approaching the last two stages for now and stuff like that. Now, I'm pretty sure there's some earth-shattering records out there that I can only wish to achieve because of how optimized this game is, but whatever. We're almost done with this. We should be approaching this with probably at most 2 deaths because I already showed how difficult that one section is. Oh goodness gracious! But and like that. That is all. That is every single achievement in the game. Every single one. So, yeah. We 100%ed Freedom Planet once again. So, you're probably wondering. If you hover over this stage, you might notice that you see a new option. Mahjong. This is a fun little mini-game. I am not really good with Mahjong, though. If I have to be honest, I really wish that Strife would have been able to use the City Center groove theme that was for well, the betas. I will link that music in the description. It's a really nice listen. Now, this earns you crystals, but there's not really a point to this since you can't really, well, unlock anything special. Besides, this is one of the few beta themes that were meant for another stage, but better themes came out. But, yeah. All you see is just tau, earth, wood, metal. Just gotta find something to match. Like, it doesn't matter how much time you take on this. It's just a fun little distraction and stuff like that. Crystals probably would be more if there was proper hub worlds. There were going to be in the game. Like, the earliest they were implemented was one of the betas that had adventure mode implemented. And you can actually turn off the music. Like that. Look at that face. Just, we gotta, no, okay, I can select this one, and that one. Can I select one of these guys? I honestly don't understand how Mahjong works, if I'm honest, like, I'm not sure what are the proper rules for this. I just let the game do the talking and stuff like that. But, yeah. That's Mahjong for you. We're already 30 minutes into this, so let's go to our gallery. Now, there's something new that was added after release, and that means you can open a card. There are certain cards that you can't open until you beat the game to avoid spoiler stuff, so let's see what we have. You can unlock music. There's like lots of music and concept art and stuff like that. There's a lot of music for the starting row. Man, I don't remember it looking like this. I remember my music was different. My unlocks were different and stuff like that. Anyways, we can view this art of Lilac. Like, they digitized the art for this. You can see, like, art for the characters and stuff like that. Even, like, unused outtakes. Like, there's a lot of music. Like, I don't remember it looking like this, if I'm honest. Major boss battle. Anyways, you can also unlock voice clips like this.
Totally awesome. Did you see that?
And of course, whenever it's a fortune cookie, you can see like a piece of art. And as such, you can see art here is an art of a puppy. Anyway. Yeah, that's a whimper apparently. There are other types of whimper sounds than a normal, whimpering, whiny dog sound. King Shuigan, he's never really given a name because he dies in the first scene in the game. So let's just unlock the rest of these and we'll move on to the next bonus episode. So yeah. Lots of music. Shelduck Torque. I believe the artist behind some of these sketches are is Arno. Target World. This theme is like hard-coded in the game. You can't replace it. Brevin, yeah, that's what it's called. Brevin Yo Hizzle. Like so many cards to unlock because we've been through a lot of this. There's Prince Dale and such. I know the sprites have already been like ripped for this. But like there's not enough like proper sprite sheets that have been uploaded and stuff like that. It would be a while before like a lot of stuff has been like unearthed and found. Like there is like a couple of unused outtakes, one from Dawn and one from Victoria Vitti. Let's just play some music while I unlock all these, but I did enjoy what I played for you guys, and I can't believe I'm almost finished with recording this LP. One of the unused lines from Lilac is, we're gonna head to the other ships and kung fu their cannons. Yeah. There were quite a few unused lines from the game, probably showing you like early drafts of the script and stuff like that. Now I believe there's like at least oh yeah, this one. Though I think it would have been better if there was a proper sound test like the sequel is getting. Oh, this unused outtake. Let's listen to it.
Imposter engaged in stage 4.
Let's get back to unlocking cards because I had to cut out some not music. Cut out some dead audio and stuff like that. Just you're seeing like lots of art. I'm not sure how much has been shown. There's a lot of sound effects here. It's been a while since I've seen this screen with all the cards unlocked and stuff like that. And yes, this is probably one of the puppets that was used in the Kickstarter trailer. There was like at most like 4 Kickstarter puppets. One for Lilac, one for Carol's brief appearance, one for Brevin's brief appearance. one for torque and stuff. And yeah. So, yeah, this is called Tragic Boss Battle, but it doesn't really sound as tragic as it should be. Like, I think it needs to sound a little bit more melodramatic, in my honest opinion. Like, I wish it sounded way more melancholy or something. And this is basically going to be probably the last of the music in the game. Sadly, there's not really like a full sound effects gallery for this, because that probably would have helped some things. But yeah, that's all of the cards you see here today. All of them. Lots of music, lots of art, lots of sounds, but if you, like, I hope you enjoyed today's video and such. If you want to donate, there are a couple of links in the description below. And I shall bid you guys adieu. I hope you stay tuned for the next episode. I've heard horror stories about trying to develop games with Click Team Fusion and how it's not really the best engine to, like, the best programming language. And there's your first death. Oh boy. Now there's something I like to do for this one. That is so easy to die from this.